about this thing today because a lot of you guys have shown a lot of interest on the topic that we have on the platform in the face of this guy who has been clarifying one thing. So I'm going to talk about this: is marriage a necessity? This is the topic today. So I want valuable people that have iota of understanding to join us. Let us have this conversation. Do you think a marriage is a necessity? Is it important to get married? And if you have married before and divorced, why you won't go remarry again? So for those of you guys that are joining, I have a very important topic to discuss today in the face of this guy from Guinea and all the cheating allegation. I want to talk about marriage because I have a belief, and I believe that a lot of people, especially men, need to really know why it is important. This topic that I'm going to discuss today is going to be very, 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 very important for guys. I want guys to join. If you've been married before, if you are thinking of getting married, and what have you, it's very, very important you have understanding of what you are getting into. And I'm going to give you example because I have been into a relationship before. So, and I exactly understand what I'm going to talk about today. Why do women cheat? Is marriage a necessity? After divorce, do you want to remarry again? Why do you want to marry? Those are the very important things that I need to say. If you are leaving Nigeria to the UK, to abroad, do you take your wife with you? Is a marriage better that people should live differently? Your wife should stay in Nigeria and you should be here. So those are the conversations that I want to have this evening. And I want experienced people that have an understanding of what it means to be married or what it means not to be married. Is marriage fulfill a woman? If a woman is single, is there any dignity involved? Are you afraid to be single? Why are you afraid to be single? Why do you want to, why are you forcing yourself into a relationship that you know is not going to work out? Are you getting married because of what your family says or what your friends are saying? Or if you have left your marriage, are you going back into marriage because you feel like you cannot be alone? Let me tell you something. Any man that cannot survive alone will not be able to survive with another woman. And I'm making this video today because I've lost a friend recently. And I'm going to share example, just a little bit of his experience with you guys. I lost one of my friends in the UK recently. And I'm going to tell you guys about the mistake that I know that he did in the course of his marriage. He has 3 marriages and all of them are disaster. At the end of the day, this guy died at the age of 43 because he was looking for happiness where there's no happiness. For me, a man can be happy being single, and a woman can as well be much happier being single. But we allow a societal condition to make us want to be with somebody we are not compatible with, and we shouldn't be together with those people. Neither we are scared of the bills, of the house rent, of finance, of so many things. And sometimes we are blaming it on the children. Oh, I am in this marriage because of my children. You are not in the marriage because of your children. I guarantee you this. You are there because of your insecurity sometimes. Because of insecurity, a lot of guys are so depressed at the moment, especially in the United Kingdom. Men are depressed, madly undervalued, because they don't know what to do. They don't have confidence in themselves. So they want to attach with a woman, and that is it. And their happiness is zero, like zero. They are working, they are depressed. The only time they are happy is when they are at the bar. And if you talk about the other bedroom, there is nothing really taking place there. They're emotionally out. They are frustrating the woman is frustrating them, and they refuse to separate in the name of paying the bills. Let me tell you something. I was listening to a preacher, Miles Morrow, late Miles Morrow. And I really like this guy preaching, the way he talks about marriage and relationships and everything. That man never said you are meant to be with a man forever. It is a false doctrine that Africans need to get rid of. And I'm not telling you there's no difficulty in a relationship. You can't be in a relationship when something is going hard, then you are running away. No, I'm not saying that. There are red lines that you don't need to compromise. A red line, when your husband start calling police for you, when your wife start calling police for you, that is it. A red line. That is it. Cut it off. You have to understand, as soon as the law is involved, as soon as the police is involved, please pack your bag and count your losses. And a lot of men in this UK, I know people. And one of the story I'm going to share with you today, I actually take a permission from the guy to share the story. And I'm going to share the story with you guys today. Because the story is not good. It's not story that I am so confident in my myself, that I don't believe that any woman can complete me. You can compliment me. We should be start looking, men should be looking for compliment instead of completion. A lot of us are looking for completion. And when there's no completion, we lost it. Okay? Now, I posted a video a few months ago. About 2 months ago now. The video is about 2 million views on this platform. And the video talk about, is marriage a necessity? Is it a necessity? Do you need marriage to be fulfilled? And a lot of people, it generates a lot of interest and so many comments. Over 22,000 shared on the video and thousands of comments. And people are expressing themselves. And overall majority of the people that commented on this video agreed that marriage is not a necessity. It is never a necessity. It is important, but it does not define you. So whether you are single, you are 35, you are 46, you are 50, you are 20, you are 25, especially the ladies, do not allow marriage to define you. And for my brothers and sisters that are moving out of the country, please think about your option very well, because the Western country will show you shege. And in the Western country will definitely define to you what marriage is. That marriage is not your right. It is a government document. Immediately you involve the government in the Western world into your marriage, you're no longer the owner of that relationship. The government owns the relationship. That's why when there's a problem, there's a division of property. There's a division of goods, children, custody battle, money, a lot of stuff go into it. A lot of stuff go into it. And sometimes you don't really know. You get to know people by when it gone sour completely. Then you begin to know real people. You begin to know, oh my God, I didn't know I married a devil. Now you married the devil all along. It's just because you are blind. Can you help me shut that door when going? It's just because you are blind and you cannot see it. Then you're now complaining. You're now blaming. No, because you never listen to yourself. All along, what you are listening to, you are listening to completion. You are looking for completion instead of complement of the relationship. So this is the topic that I want to discuss with you guys. And I'm going to take my time to show you guys experience of it. I mean, I'm going to talk to you as a brother, as a dad, and as a responsible. If a lot of you guys don't really understand how responsible I am, I will give you example of how responsible a man can be. A man that have never missed his children's birthday, that's a responsible man. A man that have raised his kid from the day they were born up to the day that they enter university, that's a responsible man. A man that separated with his partner and is in a cordial relationship with their partner, visit them, take them on holiday, do the necessary bill that need to be paid, That's a responsible man. So I've been single now for the last 9 years. I never see any day why my baby mother would think to call police for me for any reason. When we separated, there was no even any issue about what are we going to share. What are you taking out? When the relationship was done, I took my bag. First of all, I called her and I told her, I have a pastor in central London, and I told my pastor about it, that this is it. He's an American. My pastor told me, he said, listen, if you are no longer in need, have you tried? Have you tried all this mess? I said, yeah, I've tried. He said, what is the major purpose? Why are you leaving? I said, I don't love this woman anymore. I don't feel attracted to her, but she feels attracted to me. It's one-sided. So, and I'm going to be cheating all across the street. And I don't want that. And when I get to a point where I have to start lying down and be turning my face to the other side of the bed, and she's turning her face to the other side of the bed, then it's over. When her snoring become a trauma to me in the middle of the night, then it's over. Relationship should not be do or die affair. Whoever is telling you that is forever and ever, it is a bullshit of lie. It is not forever and ever. I don't believe in that. A lot of people came to the UK this year actually. Some of them have pied themselves. Some people have pied themselves. There was a story that happened in London recently. A couple came back here on a working visa. They came to the UK with, what do you call it? If anybody is interested in joining this topic, by all means, please click join, and then we're going to have this conversation, because a lot of time we're just dealing with other things. There's some important topic as these that I know it concerns a lot of people. We don't discuss about it. So if you want to join, by all means, just click join and you will join us. This couple entered the UK on COS. So when they arrived in the UK, it was the wife that they used as a sponsor. And it was the husband that sold some of the property he had, borrowed money, and they used the wife. Because most of the time, the care work they do here is that the wives are majorly important when you are securing a COS. So when they were securing the COS, the wife got the COS. Then he attached the husband. But the wife is not the lady that paid the bills from Nigeria. So it was the man that raised a lot of money, make her own contribution and makes money. So they both traveled down to the UK together. But let me tell you, when they were in Nigeria, the man was the ruler. He was the emperor. He was the king. According to your church, he is the head of the house. Okay, he is omniscience, omnipresent. He is the one that will climb on the woman and do chiki. When he comes, he step out. The woman never even see the fullness of a lady. But the woman compromised, because that is Nigeria, right? Now, they got to the UK. The first 2 months, gone. They came with their children, right? The first couple of months, the kind of anger or the kind of disagreement they used to have in Nigeria before, and the man would just win the argument, it's no longer okay, because automatically the woman know in the UK she has a right. So the man cannot have all the final say anymore. The man cannot slap her anymore. It's impossible. The man cannot shout at her anymore, because when the woman came to the UK, once you attend a training for care, they will teach you some very important safeguarding. And in this safeguarding, there are information you will learn there that you will just look at your whole life in Nigeria and you'll be like, all along I've been abused, emotionally abused, financially abused. Because they will teach you this seminar in the training when you are learning how to be a carer in this country. You will get this package of training that they will tell you what abuse means. And you'll be sitting down there and you'll be thinking about your husband, everything you've been through in Nigeria. You'll be like, wow. Then your eye got open. Your eye got open, because they will tell you emotional abuse, financial abuse, so many abuses that you have faced in your life. Then you are looking at yourself traumatized by your own man that you married at home. Then you go back home again, and as soon as you get back home, now you're in the UK now. Now you've just received a fantastic training. You go back to the house, the husband that used to shout at you in Nigeria, shout at you. Now you are now thinking, this is emotional abuse. This is what we are taught in the seminar today. This is not right. So you accept it. Now you go back to work. At work, you are practicing it with your client. You are maintaining their dignity for them. You can't shout at them even when they are very aggressive to you. You are respecting their dignity. You are saying please to them. And some women have never heard please from their husband all their life. Like please. Please, can you get me water? Please, Angela, can you help me with the bag? Please, my husband, can you get me this? We don't do that. Nigerian men, we are so obnoxious when it comes to this. They don't do that. They don't say please. Now, you are in a new system. You are learning this thing. You are practicing it at work. Your husband that is your partner, whom is on a COS with you, probably is not doing care work. He's doing construction. He's doing something else. So the kind of training he also got from that part of the job he's doing, it's not the same training you are getting. I don't know if somebody is getting this. I know where I'm going, but let me bring you back to what happened to this family in the UK. Now, they are back in the UK. They are living in London, and the woman is working. The man is working. They have children together. They are just under 1 year in the UK. But this woman has been with this man for over 15 years. 15 years of abuse. 15 years of not saying I'm sorry. 15 years of I might have my way. 15 years of not even making the woman come once when they do GGG. The woman never feel anything. Now the woman is in the UK. She can turn on the TV. She can see her right. Now, the same fight that used to happen in Nigeria, an uncle and church member will settle it, happen here. The woman called who? The police. How did the woman know that she know how to call the police? They taught her at work. They taught her at work. When she's doing induction for care, they taught her how to call the police. What is an abuse? What is emotional abuse? What is physical abuse? The woman understand everything. Some comment that we make in Nigeria that is normal. You make it here, you will get sacked. So this woman now understand. As soon as this man raised his voice, the woman tell the man, please don't raise your voice at me. Boom. The same thing the guy used to do in Nigeria and go scot-free. So the lady called the police. So the police come over. They enter social issue. The police begin to visit their house. Now the woman feel like, okay, I am actually the sponsor. I sponsor you. Leave my house. So the man packed his bag and left the property. The man left the property, not able to see his children. The police say, you cannot come back to the house again until this woman is ready. The woman is now free. The man feel angry, feel cheated. Like, what? I brought you to the UK. I paid the money. And you are not even qualified. But I paid all this money. Okay. I'm not allowed to see my children. Okay. Now the man now called. The man now came to the house one afternoon and said, I want to come and pick some of my stuff. The woman said, you can come in. The man said, okay, I can come in. The woman said, I'm going to call the police. They called the police. They have 2 children. So the police came. The police stand outside. What do you want again? I came to pick some of my stuff. The police said, okay, take a permission if she allow you to come in. So on assumption that the police is outside, the woman asked the man to come inside and pick her stuff and pick his stuff from the house. So the guy stepped into the house. Guess what happened? That was the end of that woman. The guy picked up a skateboard that the children were using and used it. He take and knock the woman, knock the woman, knock the woman, knock the woman until he pied the woman. inside while the police were outside. What caused that? That marriage should never have entered UK. But because of societal norms, because of what my uncle will say, because of church member, because I can't divorce, because I'm an Igbo man, when I marry, like what Peter Obi said yesterday is one of the most dangerous statements. And that's why Peter Obi cannot be president of Nigeria. Peter Obi came on the TV and said, if my wife cheats, I will not divorce her. She's my wife forever. That is not good. That is not good. It is a recipe for disaster. A leader should not make that statement. I disagree. I am a P2B supporter, but I disagree totally with him. And that is why I think he's saying things that pleases people, not a reality. Now, the man entered the house, picked up the skateboarding, knocked his wife, and pie his wife. Simply pie the woman. Before the police could come in, the woman cannot breathe anymore. Case over. The man is in jail today. The children are fatherless and motherless. Why? Because the marriage should have been over 5 years ago. 5 years ago, that marriage should have been over. In short, some marriage is supposed to be over the same month. The same month that you get married is supposed to be over. But some of you guys extended it for years and years and years and years. Or you are living in this world. Let me explain something to you. A lot of you guys really need to understand. If you live on this planet Earth, you live on this planet Earth for highest, you live for like, hold on. You live for like 70 years. You live in this world is 70 years. 70 years. 85. By the time you turn 85, your leg is beginning to shake. Your hand is beginning to shake. You're beginning to look for walking stick everywhere. Your poo-poo begin to come out unintentional. You can't even carry your grandchildren anymore. Now, you are in your 30, you are in your 40, you are in your 50. You still have a good life to live. Some of you guys are in your 25. And you are living already in a very miserable marriage, abusive marriage. And you are scared to leave it because of what your dad will say, what your church member will say. Please, we got to consider this. And if you are leaving Nigeria, maybe sometime, especially those of us that are here, if you have a chance, leave your family in Nigeria. Because, for example, if you are working in the UK and you are on a just £3,000 a month, and you're sending £1,000 home every month, even 500 for your wife, your children will live a good life in Nigeria. If you marry a precocious, a yeye wife that want to knock around, that is her choice. Leave her because you will know your wife is knocking around. If you are now scared, if you now say, okay, if I leave my wife in Nigeria and I'm sending 500, we'll be knocking other people. My brother, your wife will still knock other people even in the UK. Your wife will still knock another person in the UK. That is why I tell you, you must not lay your egg on the marriage. Say marriage fulfill you. Marriage does not fulfill you. You must be able to fulfill yourself. Have ability to believe in yourself. Have ability to be a man. Do you know African men are the most depressed in the UK? But we hide it. We don't go counseling. We don't talk. We don't seek advice. We don't open up. We cry in secret. That is why if you go to any local party, you see men, our men, all full. Their eyes like this, looking for every nyash. Every nyash, they are looking. And some of them are married, but they are not satisfied at home. And they are not living the marriage. A couple of years ago, I would say like 10 years ago, a friend of mine came to me and told me that his wife has chased him out of the house. He said before the wife chased him out of the wife called the police for him. That was 10 years ago. 10 years ago. I'm telling you, 10 years ago. Now, this a friend of mine he has money. He's a rich guy. He has worked very hard for himself. He's an Igbo guy. He believed that marriage is supposed to be forever. I don't believe that. I don't believe it one bit of a single time. I don't believe it. Now, my friend came to me. I remember where we are. We are having a party at Hilton. And then he came. So we're by the bar. And he opened up and told me what's happening. And I said, we will link up tomorrow and talk. So we link up, we talk. He expressed everything to me. He told me what is going on. And my brother, if you are watching, I told you I'm going to say it. He told me what is going on. And then I told him what happened. He said, the woman called the police. This guy told me where he married his wife from in Nigeria. If you are laughing in his compound and they are laughing in the wife's compound, you're going to hear each other. That is how close they are. That is how family they are. This woman is tormenting this guy. I told the guy, that was 10 years ago. I told the guy, I said, brother, where are you now? He's in his other property. I said, stay there. Now me be devil because I carry Jack Daniel in the do church. The guy know they drink alcohol. But me, I carry Jack Daniel. When we are drinking, I have a Jack Daniel. Believe me, I have a Jack Daniel with me that day. And I was drinking Jack Daniel when I told him. Then he said, no, I will see how it works. I have talked to this person, they will talk. I said, brother, they don't call police for you, don't over. That was 10 years. I said, they don't call police for you, it's over. These people don't involve government. Your life don't buy. The guy talk to me again because I'm a bad advisor. I'm a bad advisor. I am a bad advisor. He didn't talk to me again. He didn't talk about his marriage. We are still friends, but he didn't talk about his marriage with me again. Okay? So he was cornering it. 1 year go by, 2 years go by. So he ended up going back to the house. He went back to his wife's house again. When my friend brought this woman to the UK, this woman is a stark illiterate. My friend trained this woman to nursing school. The woman become a nurse. Work in NHL, get a lot of promotion. Earning money. But before the guy brought this woman to the UK, the guy have already worked hard to have 2 houses in his name. 2 houses. One almost completely paid. One under the mortgage, rent out. So the guy is making money. Went to Nigeria, married this woman, brought this woman in. So they are raising, they are having a good life. The woman now went to nursing school, become a midwife and working well. But the woman have involved the police. And for me, it's no. Okay? Because police here, they know they play. So I told the guy, leave. The guy no agree. Me, the guy know they drink. He they do church. You know they drink. I said, drink now. He said, no go drink. Say, they go prayer. So, peace and love. So we still meet sometime, we talk. We ask him about my children. I tell him, when my children needed to go to a good college, he recommended some colleges. We applied, and fortunately for me, we got one of the most highest grammar school. My children went there. His kids are going to top school. 2 of them in best boarding school, private school. This guy is paying. This guy will tell me he's going to see the teacher. He want to get the best wine for the tutor at the school because it's a prestigious school. I'm not calling names. 1 year passed, 2 year passed, 3 year passed, 4 year passed. The marriage was still like this, here and there. But when I see my guy, my guy just concentrating working. But he's now afraid to tell me his pain. He's no longer telling me. And me, I'm too matured. I don't talk about his house with him anymore. I don't talk about it with him anymore. 10 years ago, 10 years later, like just about last year, I was walking past through his business. My guy just jumped out. Ben. No, I parked my car. So I parked my car. So he looked at the car because the car he came with was not the car I was driving. So he looked at the car. Oh, Ben, you got a new car. So he came outside and called me. I said, okay, let me get something in the other shops. On my way back, I'll branch over and see you. So when I branch over, I came back to see him. This guy began to tell me what happened. I'm like, what happened? He said, bro, do you know I was arrested? I said, who arrested you? I was in cell for 3 days. I said, what happened? He said, my woman. I said, what happened? He said, abuse, molestation, this. I said, are you molesting her? He said, no. My guy broke down completely. This woman the marriage has broken beyond repair. This guy had paid another 10 years mortgage into the property for the woman. They chased the guy out of his house. The house he was renting, the government put law on him. You cannot rent the house out anymore until the court settle the case with the woman. Because the woman is now claiming the money. My guy offered the woman like £500,000. Listen to me, £500,000. The woman refused. £500,000. £500,000. The woman refused. Guess what? Let's leave the money. Let's leave the money. Let's just forget about the money. Let's forget about the money. Do you know what the woman did? His children, that was his heart. These kids are his love. They are his children. The woman does not allow them to see the kid again. The children know they pick their papa phone number anymore. The children know they call their papa again. When he first left 10 years ago, the kids were still coming to see him when he moved to his own place. Just imagine if he would have stayed there that 10 years ago. Just imagine if he would have lived in that house that 10 years ago and the kids are coming to see him and then he's having a good time with the children and they will return back to their mother. He would have saved 10 years of mortgage. He didn't listen. So marriage is not a necessity. Marriage does not complete a man or a woman. Marriage is supposed to complement us. Relationship supposed to complement you. A man or a woman supposed to be satisfied when he's alone and when he's with people. And when you get to a position where you are now drawn in from somebody else to be happy, then you are actually lonely. You're just pretending. When a marriage gone to abuse, leave it alone. Move on. If you live in the UK and you know if you bring your wife to the UK, they will chase you out. Leave your wife in Nigeria, work here, send money, go home and knock and come back. Do like a soldier. Some soldiers, some militaries are in Afghanistan. They are in Iran. They are in Kuwait. They are in Germany. Their wives are in America. They go back every 4 months. Make you be like that. Make you wise up. Because some of una where they walk out for road, una be also, una be dead body. You know they knock your wife well. You know they chop well. You know they happy for house. You are just pretending. Every weekend when I go where and co, they go church. Now lie you, they lie. Make men where come from Africa origin, make they honest with ourselves. The reason why I brought this topic today is because somebody asked me a question. It was not my video. It was somebody else's video I posted. That video is 2 million views. The video is there. Is marriage a necessity? It is never a necessity. It is a business. The origin of marriage made it clear. It was a business. You give your woman to a man to help him protect his farm, raise children for him. But the Western culture have redefined it in a way that if we want to be honest with ourselves, it's unsustainable. It's no longer sustained. I personally believe that marriage should be renewable every year. every 2 years. Renewable. I also believe that it is not mandatory for couple to live together. And if a couple live together, have your room. Let your wife have his own room. That is my own. I'm sorry, I am going to say this. I know a lot of you guys are going to disagree. If you live in a house together, let the man have his own room. Let the wife have a room. Let each other have a space for themselves. This too much, it cause wahala, especially within our community. So, in my own humble opinion, marriage is not a necessity. It's never a necessity. It is important, but do not go into it because you want completion. No. No. Any pastor who is telling you that they are liars, that is why they are cheating. Some of your pastors, they are banging, they are shagging their choir member because they are not actually happy in their own lane. So they are lying to you. So you have to all decide your own. Just because somebody's marriage is 40 years does not mean your own will be 40 years. Let me just also put a disclaimer here. There's a possibility of you loving somebody for the rest of your life. This is happening. But that is like 2 in 10. So the statistic has proven that 80% marriage conducted in a Western world get divorced in their first 4 years. 80%. 80% crash. Now, I'm going to ask you a question because this question I'm going to ask you, this is not coming from me. This is coming from somebody that I watch on YouTube. He said, if you are going to buy a car right now, and you have 20,000 pounds in your hand to buy a car, and you are going to buy this car, and you go on the review, and 85% of the people who bought this car say they crash within the first 2 years. And it's a realistic statistic. Would you buy that car? If you still go and buy that car, it means you are reckless. You are negligent. You are irresponsible. Because the statistic is saying 80% of people who bought this car crash within 2 years. Don't you want to take your time and think about it? And ask yourself, maybe I don't really need this car. Maybe I should be renting. I'm not saying you should not marry. But you have to make your priority clear to yourself. Why am I getting married? Am I getting married because I'm lonely? Am I getting married because I need a place to put my head? For ladies, it can be different. But most of the guys suffering in the UK, women show them shaggy. I am for women, oh, I want to tell you something. Me, all my life, I advocate for women, and I do it a lot. But I don't believe in what we are looking at here. Our men are getting depression in this United Kingdom. We are getting serious depression. Because when the woman show you shaggy in this country, you go even... you go pity your life. You go pity your life. Then go chase you come off for house. Then go chase you come off for house. Now, this is a story that I wanted to make differently for you guys. But if I feel like talking about it, I will talk about it right now. And I will make a different video of it, which I believe I will share differently. It will be about 20-minute long video that I will make on this topic. Recently, I'm going to show you something. This is my friend. This is my friend. See the date? 1981 to 2004. 2024. This my friend. And I'm going to tell you the story about this guy today. We just buried him in September. He was with me 3 days before he traveled and had a cardiac arrest. He was just 43 years old. He had a heart attack and died. I'm going to tell you the story. This guy had a marriage. First marriage, disaster. Second, disaster. Now, on the second, it was a trauma. She was traumatized. When the woman left with 2 children. 2 kids. For 5 years, he was not allowed to see his children. For 5 years. 5 years, he was not allowed to see his children. He left in his own house. He left his own house. He left the woman and the 2 children at home. In my city here. He left the children at home and the woman. My guy went hustling, working hard, paying the mortgage while the woman is at home there. My guy told me this story. He died. He told me, Ben, talk about this story. He want me to invite him to talk about it. He wanted to speak on it by himself. We never got a chance to do the interview. I promise you this. Everything I'm going to say about this guy is the truth. This is a guy I eat with. This is a guy I drink with. This is a guy I travel with. This is a guy we go to festival together with. So it's somebody that I know very well. Now, this is what he told me. When the relationship broke up, he left the house, but he was paying his mortgage. So the ex-wife took the house with the 2 children. Did not allow him to see his children for 5 years. The case was in court. He was trying to claim his house back. Guess who his ex-wife was dating? His friend. His friend, his own friend. His wife started dating his friend. When he moved out, that his friend moved in. My guy moved on. My guy was not able to see his children. Last year, Christmas, my guy called me. He said, Ben. I said, yeah. He said, you don't know what happened. I'm like, what happened? He said, I've just seen my children at Costco. I said, what? He said, I've seen my children at Costco with their mom. And I wanted to say hello to my children. On a Christmas time, when I am buying toys and I'm buying gifts for my children and I'm taking them on holiday, my friend is calling me to tell me that he just met his kid at Costco. And he wanted to say hello to his kid. And the ex-wife called the security and started shouting at him. Are you listening? Started shouting at him. My guy have to quickly left the place. 2 children, hasn't seen them. They live in his house. My guy now traveled to Africa. My guy now came back from Africa. When he came back from Africa, the case was in court. They went to court in September because he's trying to claim his house back. In September, the woman said, I have no place to stay. If this guy chased me out of the house, I'll be homeless. The court said, okay, you can't chase her out of the house. The case continued. The guy is still paying the mortgage. Are you listening? The guy is still paying the mortgage. The guy is now renting to stay. As a matter of fact, when he came back, he has no house because before he went to Africa, he has to vacate the apartment he was staying because he was going to Africa during the COVID. He stayed in Africa during the COVID. 2 years of COVID, he was in Africa most of the time. So when he came back, he needed a new place to stay. He has no place to stay. But his ex-wife has been doing very well, making money, thousands of pounds. at her work. Rich. The guy knows, but the court don't know. The court said, the woman said, if I leave the house. Now, the guy went to a barbecue. At the barbecue, somebody tapped my guy on the back and said, hey, Charlie, congrats, your wife just launched. My guy said, what happened? You don't know, your wife launched her house. This woman bought 4-bedroom house and launched it and rent this my guy house out to somebody else and pretending to court that she has no place to stay. She moved out of the house. She rented the house out to a stranger. My guy called me. Boom, rang me. That is why when I tell you something, you need to have a friend that stands for you. Because we don't know. A lot of you guys, when you guys came to know me, a lot of you guys think, why is Ben standing for Andrew like this? Because sometimes you just need to, if everybody is condemning somebody, don't go through stone. Stand. Stand for somebody. Stand for something. My friends, they know me. I don't count on them. You can count on me. Let me be the last man standing for you. This guy called me. Rang me. What's going on? I said, he said, Ben, this is what I heard. My head is boiling. This woman rent my house out. My guy showed me paper, document. Like, this is what she said in court. I'm like, this cannot possible. So we went to the house. To that house. Boom, 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 knocked the door. Somebody looked through the window. It was not her. It was a stranger. First of all, my guy paid £600 to call a private investigator. The private investigator will wake up in the morning and go and stand in front of the house and see whether the woman is coming out with the children. No. Another private investigator is standing in front of the woman's new house. And then they will see the woman coming out at 8:35, 8:20, dropping off the children. They will take the picture of her. So my guy got the evidence that the woman is no longer living at his property. It's a new person that is living there. So we stood at the door. So the Mumu people upstairs did not want to open the door. They called the police. So they called the police. So the police show up. That was the time I know that some UK police, not a lot of UK police are human. They have head. So when the police came, we are there. The police knocked the door. So the people came downstairs. And I'm telling you a true life story now. I don't know why I decided to talk about this story today. But I'm saying it, and if my guy is looking, he knows that I'm representing him. So the police called the people downstairs. They came downstairs, and then the police asked them who they are. They said they are visitors. The word visitor was ordained by God. Because if they would have told police they are renting, the police cannot be able to jack them out. So my guy now carried the document and showed to the police that this is his house. That was the last 29th of this. This was the last mortgage I pay on this house. My wife went to court in September and said she has no place to stay. But I believe these people are renting this house. The police asked the people, are you renting the house? They say no. Because that was what the woman told them. That if anybody come here, tell them you are not renting, you are a visitor. Which was God-ordained word. Because if they would have told the police they are renting, the police cannot push them out under the law. Once they say they are visitor, the police ask them to call the person they came to visit. They called my friend's ex-wife. Unfortunately, or fortunately, my friend's ex-wife was on holiday in Spain. She picked up the phone and said, what's going on? They told them that Spike is here and he's in front of his house. The police are here. The woman started shouting, what are you doing there? They are my visitor. The police told the people, oh yeah, the owner of the house is here. The visitor is not here. So when they opened the door, there was no one picture of the children at the door. The house was well decorated with new people, new sofa, everything. That is how my guy got his property back. The police jacked those people out, and then they told my friend, you allowed them to come and get their property from the house within 3 days. So my friend moved back to the house. 1 year later, my guy have a heart attack and die. What's happening? Yes. My guy have a heart attack and passed. Guess who came to the funeral? Guess who came to the funeral? I have the video. The same woman who refused them to see his children in December came to funeral. My guy have not seen his children for 5 years, have not hugged his children. This woman bring the children to the funeral. I was a keynote speaker at the funeral. I was crying. I saw the children, they were sitting in the front. I saw the woman. I didn't know what to do. So fear women. Some marriage are not meant to be. So make you pray. Don't ever cast your seed where you don't know. But let me just stop there. The story is long. The story, my friend wanted to do a documentary. His mother is a Nigerian. His father is a Ghanaian. This is my friend, my bosom friend. Spike, he wanted to talk this story. Ben, I want to talk my story on Niger 24. I want to tell my story on Niger 24. This is a guy, if we don't see every day, we see every second day. If the weather just turn hot like this, we are ringing, we are meeting each other. When Andrew case happened, this was my friend, uncle. My guy believed in me. He said, Ben, I know what you are doing. I stand for you. I can see what you are talking about. And I just lost the guy. He just died. He told me on Saturday we were together, we were drinking. Then he said he's traveling on Tuesday with his girlfriend to Malta for her birthday. And I said, okay. Then on Monday, on Monday, he went to Bedford. And he went to one African restaurant. And he sent me a video of the restaurant, that there's a good food here. I said, I have eaten. Because normally if he go out, when he eats good food, he buy takeaway and bring it for me. Or if I go somewhere and I like the food, I bring it for him. So he came back. Then he traveled. In the morning, I got a phone call the second day from his girlfriend. I don't have his girlfriend's phone number on my phone. I have to put the number on WhatsApp just to look at the picture. I'm like, why is this girl calling me? Boom. He said, Ben, something happened. I'm like, what happened? He said, your friend. I said, what happened? He turned the video on. I saw my friend on the floor. He was gone. He was gone. He got a heart attack. He's just fucking 43 years old. 43. This story I am telling you now is 100% true life story. It's a long story. It's very long. Because my friend's story did not end with that woman that took his kid away for 5 years, took his house away for almost 5 years, mortgage pay, never live in his own house, never see his kid and died, and the woman came to the funeral. This story did not end there. During the COVID when my friend went to Africa, out of loneliness, he got married to an African lady there. Are you listening to me? I don't know why he got married. He has no children with this woman. He got married. When he came back and he told me, I said, no, you're not serious. He said, he got married. I said, no, you're not serious. He said, the woman is okay. The woman is doing well. I said, why you get married? Why you married for? You're 43. You have 4 kids already. Why you married for? You've just lived in one marriage. Why you go marry? Why you go marry? What the fuck? Why you go marry? We did this. So we drink over it. And the woman was in Africa. This is the worst story you will hear in your life. And I am glad I'm sharing it to you guys today. And I'm going to make this video and I'm going to put it on YouTube as well. And I'm going to put the picture of all the wives there, the picture of my friends, the picture of I'm going to put everything there. It's going to be a story for men to go and lead. My guy went to Ghana and got married. He got married. He came back to the UK after COVID. Now, back into his house now that he just took from another woman. So one day we are talking. He told me he want to apply for visa for his wife, Spiro's visa. The guy is making money. He's on about 100 grand, 80 to 100 grand a year. So salary wise, he's an IT guy. This is my word to him. If I lie to you, God is my witness. I told my friend, don't do visa for your wife. He looked at me like this. It's like I'm a prophet. I'm telling you from the depth of my heart. I said, don't do it. We are sitting on his sofa like this in his house. Then he told me, Ben, I want to do a spiral visa for her. I'm like, don't do it. I said, don't do it. I said, truncate it. So he changed the topic. Then another day I went there in the afternoon. I saw him trying to print something. And I saw him like, I said, bro, send the wrong document to embassy so that they will deny her this visa. I don't want her to come. It's like something was telling me. I don't want this woman to be, don't submit any document to the government that attach this woman with you. Because I never believe in the marriage. It looked hard. His girlfriend that he traveled with, he loved this girl more. I don't know why you go marry in Africa. I don't know. I said, don't bring this woman. Leave her in Africa. Don't bring her to the UK. You are young. Just keep living your life. Just leave her in Africa. In short, this is the word I use. We went to party. On our way back, I was driving. I had 1 p.m. I was driving and we are running. I told him, divorce her. It's like a spirit told me this. I said, divorce this woman. That was the one in Africa. They have no children together. My friend did not listen. My friend started hiding the confrontation he's having with the woman. Now, my friend died in Malta. When my friend died, they called the woman. Because it's the next of kin. No, my friend finally did the visa to the woman. The woman traveled down to UK, spent about 1 month, and left to Ghana. About 2 months and left. I met the woman. When I see her, I'm just like, whatever. She cooked some nice food. So we ate together. But I can see when the woman is around, my friend doesn't even come out. My friend doesn't like to come out. He will just hide inside like he's under control. But if he's dropping the woman at the airport today, immediately he drop the woman at the airport. Hey, Ben, I'm available. Where you are? I'm coming to yours. I'm coming to yours. I'm like, why are you coming to mine? I've just dropped her off. I'm like, okay. Now, my guy passed away in Malta. They have to contact the wife now because they've already submitted the document to the British embassy that he's a legitimate wife. She's got a spiral visa. So the wife took over the case. The wife started manifesting her true self. Okay? Her true self. Coordinate everything. Isolate everybody you want to isolate. Cut the family, the mother and the sister. Cut them off. Fighting for the house. The house that this woman have only been to the UK 3 times in her whole life. The guy have owned the house for over 16 years. So a strange woman just came now in the house. They were not settling. They were not settling. We have a WhatsApp group. I always complain on the WhatsApp group. We did the funeral. When we are doing the funeral, my friend's mother came from Ghana. The Nigerian woman came from Ghana with the 2 sisters. When they came, the wife, who also came from Ghana, did not allow them to stay in my friend's house, did not allow the mother of my friend to stay inside the house. She says she's the next of kin. No, this story will blow your head off. This story will blow your head up. And this is why I am telling you, a man have to be satisfied with himself. A man have to be satisfied with himself. A woman cannot complete you. You can't complete a woman. You can complement a woman. A compliment is like a cherry on top of a cake. Without that makeup of a cake, you can still enjoy the cake. Without the dressing of a cake, people can still enjoy a good cake. A good cake is not defined by the colors that you added on top of it. If you remove those sugar and everything that you add, this cake, you will still have a good taste of it. So let every compatibility you think you're going to have, because if everybody come into a relationship like that, it will work. I'm complimenting him, he's complimenting me. He doesn't complete you. Once a compliment left, it's mean you are important. He is important. So this is how my friend died. And the trouble still continue. Just imagine, my friend's mother flew down from Ghana with the sisters, and the wife, a strange wife he married from Ghana, did not allow them to stay in the house. She said she's the next of kin. Now somebody was asking me, he has a wife and he has a girlfriend. Yes, it is called when you are not satisfied. I think you should have been having a girlfriend instead of a wife. Sometimes we are only meant to have girlfriend for the rest of our life. You don't need a wife. And sometimes you are meant to have a wife. Don't complicate it. Find your own circle. Find your own bearing. I am telling you, a lot of our people are frustrated in the UK. Men. The other day, Tunde not posted a video. The man was cursing, was shouting, I would never marry. My wife took my house. I brought this woman. That is just one story. I can tell you many, many more because I'm a leader. When you are a leader, people tell you things. People confide in you. And before I can tell anybody's story, I have to take a permission from them. I particularly know a man that raised his child every morning. Take the child to the football. Take the child to the football. The boy is playing for professional league now. The boy, they give him papa shishi. Everything at the mama. I will go into that story another day. Because the man hasn't permitted me. But we are going through the most wicked things. I am telling you. So guys, marriage is not a necessity. Ladies, marriage is not a necessity. If you are in a church where some people are discriminating against you because of your singlehood, leave that congregation. And when pastor is saying, you will be married by end of Christmas, it is a lie. It is a source of depression. That is crazy. So if you are not married by end of the Christmas, does that make you a failure? No. Improve your life. Go do master. Go learn a new skills. Adopt a child. Get pregnant. If that is what you want. Stop pressurizing our ladies, because it will give them they will go and marry the wrong person, and then their life is messed up forever. All of their trauma will be reflecting in their lives. I have been in a relationship, and I'm telling you, I was in a relationship for 11 years. I have 2 beautiful kids. I have no problem because I made it like that. When I begin, the very day I knew that this relationship is over, when I'm no longer comfortable in lying in the same bed with my partner, I turn my face to the other side. An argument, a spiky argument here and there. I said, this is over for me. And I sat her down and I explained to her and I told her, this is it. Her heart is broken. But she's a white woman. A white woman don't love you. They will chase you out the same day. Why would I now take abuse, emotional abuse? I said, no. I'll take care of the business. I will make sure the car insurance that I'm paying for is paid. I'll make sure if your car is broken, I'm there. I'll make sure I replace the car for you guys as long as my kids are taking that car. At one point, I went and bought a brand new car for my ex. I mean, brand new, like brand new. She's the first person that sat on it. I took that car on the loan. I went to sign for it. Believe me, when I went to sign for that car, the South African guy that sold the car for me said, what about your woman that you're buying it for? I said, she doesn't know I'm buying it. Because her car keep breaking down. They keep calling me, come and fix the car, come and fix the car. I got the car, I gave it to her. She's the best mother in the world. She raised my kid well. I cannot even compete with her when it comes to that standard. I know her strength. She knows my strength. But the marriage was not working. That does not make me a failure. Because at one point, when I talk to my sisters, and sure, some of my sisters, they still believe I'm with my wife. Some of them still believe. Because I can't tell them. When you tell, oh no, Jesus, divorce is not your portion. They will go and meet their pastor. Go meet your pastor for your husband. Don't go and meet pastor for my own issue. They call me now. Oh, how's madam? She's good, oh. She's very good. But I've been single for the last 8 years or 9 years. And I'm the most happiest person you can think of. I still go wherever I want to go. I do family thing with them. I just presented a video the other time when my son was going to university this September. I went with the mom, with my daughter. Can you mute yourself, please? With the mom. Sorry. I went with the mother. We celebrated together. We drove down, dropped him off at school. We ate cake. We went to a restaurant. They travel every year. When they are traveling, they travel 16 hours. They go to Europe. I drive them there. I leave the car. I fly back to the UK. When they are ready, I go drive them back. We are not married. We don't live together. The day I take my leg out of that house, I did not go back one day to go and do jiggy. Never. Never. No temptation make me go back again to go and tap. But some of una men, una no discipline at all. Some men are not disciplined. You are not disciplined. You are weak. You know that you cannot sustain the marriage. You left, but you're still going back to tap, confusing the woman. The woman is confusing you. Take your stand, my brother. If it's not working out, move on. Be happy with yourself. Concentrate on your job, on your sanity. We cannot continue losing men. They are alive. We are losing them. So many of Nigerians in the UK here, I am telling you, they are dead body. I'm not lying to you. Emotionally, mentally, they are gone. They are just walking. In short, some of them are zombie. They are zombies. I'm seeing it with my own eye. And as a community leader, it is high time we start talking to ourselves. Men need fellowship. There's so many stories I can tell you. Some women want to have a plan. They just want to have 2 kids for 1 man. They don't want to break. So they have the first one, they marry, the relationship break. They chase you out, call police for you several times. The case settle. They will say, don't see your kid, though. You're not seeing your kid. When they know the kid is advanced enough to start having a sibling, they initiate a contact with you again. Mumu, you go again, knock, knock, knock. You don't carry belly. You don't carry belly again. You go stay there. They go chase you again. Don't born too. Hold your sukurutu. According to Dumeje. Hold it. Know your worth. And this is for men. I'm telling you. Our women are beautiful. We are wonderful people. But our women are also very dangerous. Please, let us cut our suit according to our size in this society. If you are here currently and you are thinking of going home to bring your wife, think about it twice. And if you are here and every now and then you're on internet chatting to that Angela, I will bring you to the UK. Angela, you are the next. You are the next. So when you end that 3,000, you convert it into Naira, it's 7 million. You're now thinking, okay, I can marry Angela. Go home. Keep Angela in a good business. Traveling back home regularly to go and service Angela. Anybody will tell you Angela go cheat. Do the one Angela say any picking where you born for me. As you they born and would they do DNA. Angela no go knock outside to carry another picking come give you. Don't because of that one carry woman come carry a banje come put for UK. Because UK go turn innocent girl into a banje in this country. UK will turn innocent woman into a banje. If you carry and come UK, you go to work. You go to work. Woman will never see orgasm before. Whenever come before, you will don't tire. You go knock. You go say you no come. You go cause fight. You go cause fight. You are stressed. When you are stressed, how you feel knock a woman where you go take come? But if you live on for Nigeria, they give them £500 every month. Make sure they live in a good house. If na rent you want and rent time for them, furnish them well for them. Set up a business for her. Go home regularly. In short, you don't need to buy ticket. If you set up a good business, now money go take the buy ticket for you because the investment is there. Another time you go fear say, what about you? They take your money. If you're here, they go take your house. In short, they go take your life in this country. So which one is better for you? The chances for your woman to take your house in Nigeria is like 10%. But the chances for them to take your house here, including your sukurutu and your life, is 99.9%. Which risk would you rather take? Which risk would you rather take? Leave her back home. Tell her, baby, you can come now visit and go. Don't do spiral visa for anybody. They visit, they go back. You set up a good business. They are eating well, You are going back home. You are preparing for your retirement to return back home. You are watching. You are praying. Because if you are not ready for what she's coming to turn to into the UK, don't dare do it. Or into Germany or into America. Don't do it. The knack where you dey knack for Nigeria, where the woman go just dey do, you go just receive am. If you knack am like that for this country, you go receive am twice, or you go dey call you useless man. Oh. I dey tell you the truth now. Oh. The woman go call you useless man. Oh. But if to say you leave am for Nigeria, you travel go back home for Christmas, every knack where you give am na honey, he go enjoy am. But when he don't enter here, now the first week when he come, you knock him, you go just take him, you don't tire, you don't come down, you go they take him, you go come they watch all this movie, you go come they exposed to all this thing, you go come no say, women are supposed to they come properly, women are supposed to they enjoy this knacking, you know they give them, you go enter friends go tell them how they knack them. You see how that guy take knack 400 women for Africa, 400 women, then he knack. The guy knack person where carry belle. All of them they laugh. This is not a woman fault, because we can blame the woman from now to tomorrow. The guy, you see the way I watched the video. In short, I watched the video. If you see the way the guy knack this woman where carry belle, I have never seen knacking like that in my life. You see the husband they knack her like that. The husband go to chase small girl away. Say my wife pregnant for house. You go to chase. No see the woman open leg. The guy knock shaggy for his head. The guy knock shaggy. The woman knows a camera day. The woman they look camera like this with belly. The guy knock shaggy for the woman pregnant. In your other video, I know even rate time. Now that pregnant one, they look say Do you think if the husband of that woman is knocking her within that the belly don't go now? You look like 7 months pregnant to that belly. He knock him, the woman even turn upside, give him doggy. The guy they knock. He knock him to come out. When the guy knock him like that, if the husband they knock him like that for house, you think that the woman will get time for something like that? You see how many women call they collect for the guy?
Good evening, MrBen.
My brother.
Good evening, MrBen.
Good evening, no.
Yeah, this is a very interesting topic, and is also very dicey. Speaking about the men west abroad, overseas, it falls into 2 categories.
Yes, sir.
It's different when a man is looking for level. You know what I mean? And it's different when the woman is also looking for level. When a man is looking for level, you know how the case is. They turn you the way they want you to be. Yeah, perfect example. This happened to me myself, right?
Okay, you can give example of what you've been through as well, yeah.
Yes, this has been it has happened to me myself, because I've had the experience before in the UK. So when I came here, she thought she was dealing with a mugu. Every small thing, I'll call the cops on you. You know, I just got tired one day. I said, listen, the police know they arrest goats. Now human being that they arrest. Call the police. When they come, you talk your own, I talk my own. They won't just put cuffs on me and take me away. So she thought I was bluffing, you know. So since that day, you know, she's been threatening. I've always been very cautious. She didn't know I was recording. She called the cops on me saying I was threatening her with a knife. I was just waiting for the cops to come. When they came, yeah, he hasn't done this for me. The story changed. I was just like, what? This lady is evil. Like, I didn't say anything. Then the cop came to me like, okay, can I ask a few questions? I told her, the lady police, I'm not going to say anything. Look at the video first. Then after watching the video, I want to see if you have questions. This lady took my phone, watched the video. It went on for like 20, 22 minutes. She didn't ask any question. Then she went to her supervisor. There's nothing here to see. Just, let these people cool off. That was the end of it. But what if I didn't have that video?
This is the point. This is why I'm saying knowing yourself. You are still on the same topic with me. Knowing yourself.
I would go straight to jail. Then I would have assault on my record.
Instantly.
Assault is worse than murder.
Instantly. Your record is finished.
Assault is worse than murder case. It's going to be on your record. No company is going to hire you.
There are certain jobs you can't do.
Even McDonald's will not hire you because they will say you come and assault their workers there.
Now, this is the question I want to ask you. When you go into that relationship, you have one objective. Did you enter the relationship for love or for what you get out of it? Or do you think she was aware?
Love. It was love, and there's something I would advise any young man who wants to marry now. Don't think because this lady is God-fearing, she attends church. Church is just like, it's even worse than a hospital. Everybody goes to church for treatments.
And now you are going there, you're going there to carry a wife.
If you say you are going to church, you say you want to marry a godly woman, trust me, it's better you go to a club or you go to the red light district. Because that was what I had in my head.
I have a question for you. I have a question for you. Because sometimes, exactly what you said now, it has happened before. And I actually have a lot of people that I have spoken to. Sometimes when you want a pepper, when the woman discover all of this you are doing is a pepper, it become a fight within her because she will feel you are using her.
Yes.
And some of the treatment you are getting from her is based on that. She will be thinking, why is he even this? I know in the next 2 years now, when this guy will get this paper now, she can't take it. It can have an effect on her because you are coming with a game and she's a game on herself. So do you think we should never base our relationship based on paper? Because sometimes paper can be very, very, you don't know whether you're finding love or you're finding document.
I would say personally, I would say it's 50-50. It's something you both need to sit down and talk about. Because if you go into it just blindly saying you just want to do it for papers, it will come back and hurt you. She knew from the onset. I told her from the beginning, listen, I don't have papers. If you are not going to do it, if it's going to be stressful, let me go and do my papers. Wait for me. When I'm done with my papers, if you still want to marry me, we marry. But if it's going to be stressful, go your own way. I had so many opportunities to get this whole thing done. The lady even came to me and told me, listen, I will do it for you. I know you're a very nice person, but get me a $2,000 ring. As soon as I heard that, I said, no, I'm not going to do it.
That's already a price at the front, yeah.
This is going to be monetary. I'm going to work my ass till kingdom come, before this thing get done.
I think the level I am at the moment, and I'm going to use myself as example, like if I want to date a girl now and the girl have no paper, right? And
they are going to be the best. They are going to be in their best behavior
if
that
the
time.
girl come
As
into
soon
my
as they get,
face, it's a natural reaction. Everything the girl is doing, except I really, really love this woman, I'll be thinking she's acting. You know, because I have seen a lot of people scar. I've seen people damaged. I've seen people injured. I've just gave a story of my friend now. So I'll be thinking, maybe this girl need my mortgage. Maybe this girl just gonna get a visa from me. That is why, because sometimes you want a confrontation. You want to say, give me that. You want to, and she's not reacting. Then you are feeling she's pretending. So that's why I don't believe finding Pepper with two marriage, really the best thing. I think you're never going to find a good partner with that. If you want to pay them, it's better. Pay them. Say, do paper for me. I pay you. I could knock you. You can have a child for me. That's it. Be open from the onset. If that relationship turn into a love later, which potentially can happen, because sometimes it's not the way you enter the house, it is. You enter the house now, you're not comfortable. By the time you are sitting down, the longer you take, the better it become. So you fell in love with woman that you enter like a hello to. So I don't think, I'm not advising our brothers and sisters. And my message this evening is actually for our people that are already in the UK, that are thinking, that have already settled, that are thinking of bringing their wife into the UK or into
no,
abroad.
bringing your wife from Nigeria is the worst decision you can ever make.
It is.
Bringing a woman from Africa
It is.
is the worst because they want to live the Nigerian life and they want to live the Western life
It is.
at the same time. So that one, well, I will say glory be to God, to the person.
Honestly speaking, anybody who want to do it, go do it. If that is your prerogative, go do it. But be careful. Because this country, no be Nanjao. You cannot slap your woman here. Oh. You know fish out anyhow. Oh.
In that UK, I've seen a lot of wives send husbands to jail.
Now today. Now you say jail. I don't see some wey don't make their husband a colo.
Kolos did okay, but
No, Kolo no dey
a
okay.
wife, a wife,
Kolo
a
mean
wife.
say they are mentally messed up now, so they cannot keep a job anymore. So their life is finished. Like literally, depression is all over.
This guy was and was making good money just because he cheated on the wife and the lady he cheated on was the wife's friend. So she got to know about it. Only for them to just do ta overnight. The guy sleep off. The guy wake up in police hand. Rape. How you want to go wash and clean?
You know, say if you tell Nigerian man where they come from Nigeria today, we collect COS. If you tell Nigerian man where they collect paper, they enter UK today. Tell her and say your wife where they knock anyhow for Nigeria. If he tell you say you rape him, you no go believe.
Once they tell you
He
stop,
go
you
believe
have to
say he
stop,
don't marry
even if
him.
it's as hard as rock. Once they tell you stop, you got to stop. And those ones will be saying that
God
they
will help our
carry
people.
all those small girls, that they carry small girls enter beer parlor, go knock them. Once a lady is intoxicated, you cannot touch her. You dare not touch her because if she
Uh,
wake up, she fit talk say she didn't consent to it.
I think that is a lesson that a lot of our people that enter Abudo Ibo, we don't see people where they tell us this thing. But like we need this kind of advice, especially for guys and also for ladies as well, because I believe our women are not that dangerous, but the society can turn them into a monster. And our men are always the victim when it turn into that nasty. Because in this country, if a man say woman rape him, nobody go answer the man. So if a woman talk the same thing, that
Even
is
the
not enter
Jew
wahala.
fire to even defend.
So, guys, honestly speaking, I think I really like the topic we discussed this evening, and I'm so heartbroken that I have to share my friend's story today without him because he always wanted to sit down and have this conversation on a live and talk about it. But my friend lost in life because of women, and he made a radical decision for himself as well because he believed that he couldn't survive without a woman. And that is the biggest mistake. I believe, only that, do you believe your partner should be complementing you, not completing you?
Yeah, that's is always complete. That's what is called marriage. They are to complement you.
Yes.
Nobody can complete you. Only you can complete yourself.
Yes, thank you. Because that is my own motto. The very moment a man understands that anybody who come into your life is a complement to your life, they are not. A lot of people are so insecure in their base. Like I used to have this friend of mine that always worry people don't call him. He feel like somebody don't call me, this person have not called, I call it. I said, if you call somebody and the person no answer your phone, don't take it personal. Now the person headache, if you want to return the call, let them return the call. Let us be satisfied with ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. As I end this
The
evening,
less
if
the
you are
less call
joining
I
this
get,
platform,
the better for me.
yes, exactly.
The less call I
Exactly.
get, the
So
better
if
for
you
me.
want, honestly speaking, we need to do more and do better, especially as a community for our people. We need to do better. We need to do better. We need to advocate for our own. And you know what? Do you know, especially Africa, we don't believe in mental health issue, but we are having it as well now. This Obodo Igbo will give you a mental health issue by default. The day where you enter, another day you know say mental health they work out for this country.
When I
So you
first
have
got to
to
the
guide
UK, I used
yourself.
to see people. When I first got to the UK, I used to see people walking on the street talking to themselves. I didn't understand it then. Now when I want start to dey do my now when I want start to dey do level, now I know say yes. Welcome to the world.
Honestly,
It's
we the same way for this town,
it's not easy. It's not easy
but God
overseas.
will help us.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere in the world. It's not just It's not just UK. It's not just America. Everybody everywhere gets your own pros and cons.
Like if you are in Nigeria right now, yeah, if you're in Nigeria right now, you don't think about opening letter that will be confronting you. You don't think about parking tickets somebody will be sending to your house. You don't think about there's so many things that can affect your mental health in this country. Like every time I go to Nigeria, if I spend 3 months in Nigeria, that 3 months I'm just relaxing. I'm just eating. I just dey do what I want. But as soon as I enter the UK and I see all the letters, this bill that, this one this, I'm like, Jesus, have mercy on me. Have mercy on
In
me, God.
in the West, it's only in the Western world I know. Even if you are not feeling fine, you will still go to work because in the back of your head, that bill must
The
be
bill
paid.
has to be paid. The bill has to be paid.
Nigeria, small co cash them like this. They know they go work. Oh.
Go. Nah, go wherever. Only that. Thank you so much for joining, man. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, and say hello to my people for me. Guys, I want to thank you guys. If you are joining this platform, be here because sometimes the topic we have is not your prerogative, but another one can be your something you are interested in. I'm not going to be here and be telling you I know everything. That's why I always invite people to join us so we can have a fellowship together where we can talk about everything and I can learn from you and we can learn from each other. If you want to moderate, if you want to take over the platform and say how you want to feel, especially our ladies, please, you're more than welcome to drop me a DM and say, do you have a topic that you want to discuss? This place will be open for you to discuss. Our page is not monetized, so we know they fear anybody. If they shut down that, we'll go open another one. So what we discuss here is the truth, nothing but the truth, okay? So if you know you are good at what you do in your areas of field and you are looking for a big platform, we have a big platform. We have 22,000 people. So we need people that can create content. So this will be a fellowship for us. I'll give you a password. You can log in and broadcast on your own at your own pace and drive your own traffic in and share your knowledge. So if that is your choice, let me know. This platform does not belong to me. It belongs to you. Okay? I don't want to be the one speaking alone. I want you to be part of it. Where I will be snoring and I will be live, and it is you who I never met from Adam that is talking on my platform. Okay? So we can do it like that. You just log in and broadcast and do your thing. Okay? Because we don't own this platform. None of us own it. And that's why I don't monetize it. And I thank people that are always coming here to give me gift, but it's not mandatory. So you can come here if you know, because a lot of you guys that are out there, this topic we discussed, now some of you are more advanced, more knowledgeable, more understanding than me. And you are just looking for a platform where to also sow your seed into the life of others. You got a platform of 20,000 people here. You got it. Let me know. I check you out. Me and you talk one or two. I ask the Spirit of God to interpret your spirit to me. And if I agree with you, I guarantee you this will be your platform. As long as we're not opening Yash and be doing Ikebe Super. If you want to teach, we can teach our people. If you have any knowledge you want to share with people, you can share it here. So that is my own. So if you want to reach out to me, is at Ben Samuel. That is my Instagram, or you can DM me directly here and I will receive it and I'll respond to you. Or you can go on Nigeria 24 News and also DM us. And Ben, I hold you to this. You said, I want to share my own stories. I want to talk. I want to be a host. And you can take over and be a host where you can talk what you want to talk about. If you want to talk about children, if you want to talk about upbringing, if there's a trade you want to teach people, you can take it. Life is busy, okay? If somebody said they are famous on TikTok, and I was just laughing. Now, if you're famous on social media, what about the owner of social media? You understand? Somebody said they have like, oh, I have 10 million followers. Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of social media, have like 2 million followers. Or how many million followers did they have? That is the owner of it. So use it while it lasts. So we have this platform now, and I'm inviting you as a member of the public. If you have something to say, if you have something to give, if you have information to share, this is a platform for you to do it. Okay, if you want to be a host here, you can more than welcome to partnership to be a host to teach our people. Teach me. Let me learn from you and learn from me as well. So make sure that you DM me if that is your cup of tea. As day goes by, we'll be discussing different topics. Some topic, it might not align with your spirit. Just ignore it. Another day will come where it will be fantastic. You'll be like, wow, I really enjoyed the fellowship I have here today. And that's why we need each other. I want to thank you guys for joining, and God bless you, and good night from the UK.